feel like I have a really big burp in my stomach. I can't get it to come up. We are the classiest couple on the internet.
Well, it's a good thing you're not recording.
Actually, I am.
You might as well just hit the button.
And he asked me to take a walk with him. He didn't say anything for the longest time. And then he turned to me and he said, Woodman, we need each other. Words and music. And he crossed his fingers, showing how they go together. Remember, words and music.
For the record, that big one was his.
Oh, are you going to leave that on there?
It was not my burp. My burp was the little one.
Well, in case she does not leave it on there.
Oh, I'm leaving it on there.
Oh, my God. Yeah. So like we were talking about, we are the classiest couple there is on the face of the planet.
The classiest couple, at least on the internet, which I guess would be the same thing. So classy.
I can't believe you're going to leave it.
I'm leaving it.
Wow, man.
No fear, man. No fear.
I mean, whatever.
I almost lit my last fuck on fire before we started the show, but I don't have much left.
And how did you, oh.
I have this candle that I love, and if you follow us on socials, you'd be able to see the candle says on it, my last fuck. Oh, look, it's on fire. It was a gift from my friend Jennifer, who lives down in Nashville, and she's amazing. She sent that to me one time to make me giggle, and it worked. It's from Blazed Candle Company, by the way. You should definitely check them out online. Yeah. By the way, this is the Words and Music podcast. I'm Crystal Blue.
And I'm Randy Red.
This is season 3, episode 9.
Whoop, whoop.
We are recording this, just to give you a frame of reference, the weekend of the Bush Clash.
The Bush Light Clash. Let's get it right. If we're going to,
I'm sorry. It's Bush Light. The Bush Light Clash.
Anyway, the Bush Light Clash.
The start, is it the unofficial start of the NASCAR season? Or is it the official start?
No, it's the official start of NASCAR season with the Bush Light Clash.
So early February, the week before the Super Bowl 2022.
2 weeks before Daytona.
Here we are.
500.
Down in the basement.
2022.
In between practice and qualifying. We had a window where we could come down and record a podcast.
We're either going to do it now or we're not doing it at all.
That's right. So here we are. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
We are doing it. So since the last episode, look, the job search sucks. This is the part of my life where I question every decision I've made.
And trust me, folks, she's questioning it.
Because clearly I should have gone to college and gotten a bachelor's degree, because even the $13 an hour part-time jobs in my quote-unquote field require a bachelor's degree.
Which is horseshit.
It is horseshit.
So,
and I'm at that point now where I feel like I have zero skills, none whatsoever. Every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears that I put into radio means nothing. That's where I'm at. Emotionally, mentally, that's where I'm at.
I know that's where you're at, but it's, it's bullshit.
My brain keeps screaming, it's not true. You have plenty of skills. You have a lot of talent. You've done all of these things. But the rest of me is like, you suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. You clearly suck. Everything they said about you was true. You suck. You're terrible at your job. You got shit ratings. You did nothing worthwhile. So that's where I am at. And so as a result of that, I did fire up the side hustle again, because I needed something to make me feel good about myself. Plain and simple. I needed a win, damn it.
You need to work on your self-esteem.
Trust me, I know this.
Because you don't suck.
Listen, it used to be up here, but, somebody took an axe to it and literally drilled it into the ground. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I know.
He's a piece of shit for one.
Well,
so
I know that
it is what it is.
Enough time will pass. I will get through it.
Yes.
Just not quite there yet. I can see it in the distance, and I'm running as fast as I can.
Lights at the end of the tunnel.
For real. But anyway, in the meantime, check out Two Salty Beaches, please.
Hold on. There's the light.
There it is. I see it in the distance.
There's the light in the distance.
Whether it's your iPhone flashlight or not. It makes a difference. I appreciate you. But anyway, please check out Two Salty Beaches, because we have just like a lot of cool stuff. We fired it up. I deleted all the old stuff, because this is something that came out of the pandemic. At the end of, I think it was fall of 2020.
Yes.
I have had a Cricut for a few years now.
Thanks to
your wonderful mother, my adoring mother-in-law that I love so, so much.
And your father-in-law.
Yeah, and my father-in-law. They gave it to me for Christmas, I guess.
They
Or I
did.
guess they gave it to us, I should say.
More like they gave it to you.
But I love playing with it. I love doing vinyl decals with it and, whatever else. I really haven't gotten into it much. Like, I know that there's a lot of capabilities for this machine. I really haven't gotten into it. I haven't learned a whole lot about it just because I haven't had time. Well, now I have all the time I need. So I'm learning and I'm doing a lot of stuff. And so we're slowly getting back to the grind and to Salty Beaches.
We're starting to explore other things.
Other avenues.
You know.
But we have some inventory that we'd like to sell. So if you'd like to buy some.
Yes, absolutely.
I have tons of decals and I have lots of other cool stuff. And we have some things in the works that I'm thinking about for March. So that's happening. I already mentioned that job searching sucks. And I just want to shout out one of our fabulous listeners, Jeff.
Oh, absolutely. Jeff,
you are a rock star. Thank you so much for going in and checking out Sprelly. He had asked on our Facebook page, on the Words of Music podcast Facebook page, whether Sprelly had sugar-free options.
He did.
And Adrian from Sprelly texted me a couple of days ago and said, shout out to Jeff. He came in, he asked a bunch of questions, we had a great chat, and he purchased stuff. He also told me he heard about Sprelly on the podcast. So way to go. So
whoop, whoop.
That's what it's all about, folks. That's why I'm here to make money for other people.
I mean, So, I mean, seriously, though, in a nutshell, I'm going to self-plug here and say, hey, advertising works.
It absolutely does.
Even on a little podcast like this, advertising works because one person that we know went to that store.
And you know what that did? You know what that did? That literally paid for Sprelly's sponsorship on our show, which is it's kind of amazing because that's how inexpensive it is to sponsor our show. Become one of our VIPs, our very important podcast sponsors at our wordsofmusicpodcast.com. It's very, very simple to sign up.
We can use anything.
We can use just your name. If you have a business on the side, if you have some little fun thing that you're doing.
A real estate agent.
Yeah, we don't care.
We don't care.
We legit do not care. We don't play favorites. We're not like the big advertisers. We're not like the big podcasts. We will take anybody.
We'll take anything. we're like the slum dogs. Slumdog millionaires right here.
And then the reason behind that is because we are just getting started out. We don't have a whole lot of subscribers. And one thing that attracts sponsorships is subscriber numbers and downloads.
Yep.
So if we can ask you of anything as our audience, please subscribe wherever you're listening because we are literally being distributed everywhere now.
I mean, everywhere.
Everywhere. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We are on the RSS.com. We'll put up every link we have. If you scroll through our Facebook page, you'll see them all.
And look, people are listening to us all over the world.
All over the world. But the thing is, if you subscribe, that helps us out. If you download the podcast instead of just streaming it and then going away from it, if you actually download the podcast, or if you subscribe, those numbers climb. As those numbers climb, we look better to sponsors who don't know us.
Yep.
Obviously we have amazing VIPs right now who we all know and we all love and we adore everything that they've put into us.
Correct.
They believe in us, which is super special to me. Yeah. So anyway, we'll get to our VIPs roll call here in a little while. But Jeff, you're awesome. Thank you for checking out Sprelly and mentioning the Words of Music podcast. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, Jeff.
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
So big things have been happening in the world lately. And of course, the first big thing we are going to talk about is the fact that the GOAT has retired.
Finally hanging it up after 22 years.
Say what?
I mean, for real. Say it again.
Tom Brady retires.
Yes.
At age 44? 45.
Yes.
44?
44, I believe.
Here's the problem, though, folks. Here's the part about this that pissed me off. Now, it pissed you off more than me, even. Why do people feel the need to ruin things like this?
Because people are assholes, and they want to be, and you know this in radio.
Oh, yeah.
They want to be the first to break the story.
It's that instant gratification, that validation. And so
it's like, hey, look at me. Look at my penis. It's bigger than yours. I can get this first. No, asshole. Shut up.
Yeah, they went out there and 3 or 4 days or 2 or 3 days before he actually made the official announcement.
Almost a week, but yeah.
It was leaked by what do they call it? What were they calling them? Sources close to it?
Source close to it, insider, whatever. Who's your damn source?
Whoever that insider / source close to it is a dick.
I mean, straight up. That's just, it's wrong. The man couldn't even do it his way. You let Big Ben do it his way.
Yeah.
He went out and did a video, and you posted it everywhere. There was there was speculation, but you didn't say breaking news.
Right, but they've been speculating about Brady's retirement for a couple of years
Well, they were
now.
speculating all season about Big Ben, too.
Right.
But they did, it's one of those things where he got to do it his way.
I say Big Ben's not as big a deal as Tom Brady. Is that why you think they let him have it? Because it was not that big. It was not that major an announcement.
They're both Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. They're both MVPs.
Sure.
You know what I mean? They both played, a number of years. So,
right.
I mean, it's one of those
Brady
things where... Brady is Brady. I mean, it is what it is. The man's done what he's done and done it better than,
So he should have earned that announcement.
Absolutely. He definitely earned that announcement.
In my mind, he announced it. And I saw it, too, in radio with people after he finally came out and said, all right, I am going to retire. Then everybody in radio was like, told you. I said it first. I told you. It's like, no, dickhead.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Definitely
It wasn't your story to tell.
No. Nope.
So we were fuming over that.
We were. I mean, we were like, there's all this speculation. Everyone, social media feeds are flooded with the GOAT's retired, and it ain't come out fact.
Yeah, because I remember when you mentioned it, that was the first question I had. Did Brady actually announce it? And the answer was no. And then I thought, well, could it be a rumor? Because we'd heard this rumor in the past.
Right.
When he left New England, we heard the rumor. Is he going to play a year in Tampa Bay and then win that Super Bowl and be done? Is he going to,
right.
This is the guy that can literally go anywhere and say, hey guys, you want to go to the Super Bowl?
I almost wish he would have done it that way.
Maybe it would have had a better impact. I don't know.
I get what he was trying to do. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
He's playing for one reason alone.
Right.
He's winning Super Bowls.
He's winning Super Bowls, and that's his goal. But I also thought that he had said somewhere in an interview that he wanted to play to the age of 45.
He did,
right?
Honestly. He did say he wanted to do that, but I guess more and more, start taking a toll on his body.
Sure.
I
imagine it has.
And then the other thing is that I think he talked to his wife.
And Giselle was like, yeah, maybe it's time.
Maybe it's time because, she's stopped everything for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she certainly did.
And, next thing you know, they're popping out kids, they're doing their stuff, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, and now he's got other ventures too. So he's got TB12, which is the sports nutrition side. That's what's kept him going because that man eats nothing processed, nothing, it's amazing.
He's a machine. Yeah.
So it's one of those things. And he's got other stuff that we don't know about, so maybe he's going to do something else, way more exciting, and maybe he get into coaching, maybe he'll get into ownership, Do
you think he would be a coach?
Why not?
How cool would that be?
Why not?
Has a quarterback of his caliber ever gone on to be a coach? Does that happen? Is that a thing?
I mean, it could be a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got...
Here's my question.
What?
Is he going to pull a Brett Favre? Retire?
Depends.
And then come back?
Depends.
It
depends.
Do you think he gets away from it long enough and he's like, ooh, I got more in me? Because, he was really at the top of his game. He's still at the top of his game.
He set all kinds of records this year.
Yeah.
If you follow that sort of stuff, he set all kinds of records for his age and just for the NFL alone. I mean, so I guess it all depends. It depends on his ventures. If he's gainfully employed and engaged and all that, then I don't think he'll come back.
I think it's a matter of boredom and love of the game.
That's why I'm saying
if he's got enough to do, he probably won't come back.
Gainfully employed with all his ventures that he's got, then I don't think he'll come back.
Interesting. It'll be interesting to see it play out. But the bottom line is, don't be a dick.
Yeah, let
if
things happen.
If somebody has news, let them tell it themselves.
Just let it happen naturally.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We do live in a society where everybody's trying to get the scoop.
Everybody.
And it's always been that way, but now with social media and the internet and everything, it's worse. It's so much worse because that's how bad info gets spread around like it's fact.
That's how all these damn rumors start.
And death hoaxes.
Division starts.
Amen to that.
Okay? That's how it's all breaking down.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting to the root cause of a lot of things right here.
Communication breakdown right there.
Right here.
Yep.
I think we may have just breaking news. We just figured out what all this division is.
It's the fact that we all think we're way more fucking important than we are.
Exactly, which
we're
not. We
all think that the world is waiting with bated breath to find out what we have to say. What's our opinion on every little thing? And nobody leaves well enough alone. Nobody, they could have let him have it.
Was I curious? Absolutely, but guess what?
Sure, everybody was curious.
Guess what? It was going to be on his time, and I was going to wait.
Well, yeah, and I think that's a normal response.
I think so too. It should be.
It should be.
but it's not.
You wait for official word from the man himself. Official word from the man himself. I want to see a press conference.
This is the official word of Tom Brady.
Right.
Like, I want the
Not
official.
sources close to him say.
That actually sounded pretty good.
That did sound pretty good. You should get a job on the radio.
I should get like voiceover work.
You should. You should get some voiceover work. Let's work on that.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're probably more qualified for it than me. So let's get it. Let's get on it. Let's get you making some money.
In theaters now.
Can you say this? It was a dark and stormy night.
It was a dark and stormy night.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
We were rolling on 2 wheels.
Now say, let's get ready. No, don't say that.
Yeah, let's
Don't
not.
say that. That guy's got that copyrighted, trademarked, everything you want to.
You know, all you got to do is change one word. Change one word on in it, and it's yours.
Yeah. Yeah. That man actually employs people to listen and find people who are using his line.
That's because men like him get paid entirely too much for a fucking phrase.
Literally,
and you're
the
trademarking
only thing.
words.
It's the only thing that has made him famous.
I got it, but
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
Words.
But he's still going strong. Hey, you're talking about a society in which Paris Hilton can trademark the phrase "that's hot."
Okay, so can I trademark "get fucked"
We can look into
or
it.
"fuck off"?
We can look into it.
I mean, I got this great sticker on my helmet that says
You
"fuck
do.
off" on
You
the
do.
front.
Made by Two Salty Beaches.
That's right. I mean, but can I trademark that?
Fuck off.
Randy
I don't
Red
know.
Powell says "get fucked."
We'll look at it. We'll look at it.
Stand by for the
my
trademarking press
gosh.
conference.
That was our Say What segment. The biggest Say What of all time. Tom Brady retires.
I mean, good for him. Been a pleasure to watch you.
I wish him the best, man.
Hated watching you.
I know there were
It's
times
been a pleasure,
when-
and it's been,
Yeah.
and I've hated it. You know what I mean? No, regardless, and I know we're trying to move on, but
That's okay.
regardless of the fact, you love him or you hate the man, you gotta respect the game.
The job he did was
It was
incredible,
phenomenal.
especially considering the fact that he was undrafted, correct?
No, he was drafted,
Oh,
but
I
he was
thought-
drafted late.
Way late. Okay.
Way late. So he had a chip on his shoulder.
Did he really? So
Oh,
he had
yeah.
something to prove when he
Absolutely.
came into the game. Well, he proved it.
I think he
Over
proved
and
it
over again.
over and over. Exactly.
He's got a
So-
ring on every finger that proves it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big honking rings. So there you go. So remember the really bad storm we had early January, right after the new year?
Yeah.
The big storm that knocked out power for everybody.
Of
We
course
found
I
a flaw in our system. Our survival system. We found a flaw, and that is the fact that we have a gas fireplace that does not work. Or did not work
It
at
did
the
not
time.
work.
So we were a little chilly in the house. We were a little cold. We had no way to heat our home while we were without power for what was it, like 36 hours, 27 hours? I
Yeah,
don't
it was
know.
more like 3 days.
It was like
babe.
2.5 days. So we, after that all happened, after everything came back up, we decided, you know what? I think it's time to get this gas fireplace looked at.
Well, the weather started popping up. It was like storm
Right.
after storm coming. You know,
Yeah.
we're dealing with ice. We're dealing with all the other stuff. So
Yeah. And I think a lot of people did the same thing that we did, whereas we were realizing there's holes in your survival plan, and we got to fill those holes before the next one because I
there
don't
were
want
a
to
lot
go
of
through this
them.
shit again.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
having a generator that actually runs and that's been PM'd and, a gas fireplace that works. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the holes are being filled in our survival plan.
That they are.
And the first one that we fulfilled was to bring the fireplace back to life.
Yep.
It's time for couples therapy.
Yeah. So let me tell you about that. So
I've been asking about this fireplace since the day I first visited your home.
Yeah, you have.
Ooh, you have a fireplace.
Yeah, I'm fancy.
You're fancy.
Yeah,
Is
but
it,
it
is it a
don't
gas
work.
fireplace? And you were like, yeah, it doesn't work. Like, how come it doesn't work? And you said, because you shut the pilot off.
Yes.
So tell the story of how the fireplace died.
So back in the day when I moved in, we had to turn it on. It'd been off because this house had sat for 270 some days on the market.
You bought it
right?
on a short sale back in
I did.
2010.
So once we turned it on, we lit the fireplace, and hey, yay, it worked.
Passes inspection.
Passed inspection, shut it off. I'm like, I ain't gonna use it. Why keep it on? Why
Okay.
keep burning gas with a
But,
pilot
and
light?
at the time, your situation was such that you were traveling a lot with work,
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
weren't going to be here an awful lot. You basically bought a giant tax deduction.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So went on with life, and then I had a friend come over, and he was like, dude, we can build you a custom mantle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sweet. What are we gonna build it out? He said, well, how about that pallet wood that you've been collecting? I'm like, ooh, even better.
Cool.
Because I was gonna do pallet wood down here in the basement, like pallet wood walls, stuff like
gotcha.
that. So then, we build it, and then I'm like, hey, man, I got a question. If we take these 2 switches and we put them together and have one.
The switches on the wall.
Switches turn on the fireplace and then turn on a fan.
Right. That's all you knew about those switches.
That's all I knew about those switches. He goes, yeah, in theory, that should work. I mean, okay.
Right.
Cool.
Okay.
So what do? We do that.
You combined the 2 switches into one.
Combined the 2 switches into one. Well, we go about and build the damn thing. The damn...
Very rustic mantle. If you follow either of us on social media, you've probably seen
seen it
in the background of a picture.
It's a mantle made out of pallet wood, and it's got storage doors and stuff where
It was a great little spot for you to put your video game consoles and things like that, and keep it all hidden. And it's very neat and tidy, and
Yes. Yeah. So we go to turn the fireplace on a couple times, or I do at least, and it doesn't work. I go, let me try and get this started. Let me try and do this. Let me try. Well, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. Can't get it lit. I finally get it lit, and it won't turn on. Won't do nothing. So I'm like, whatever. I turn it back off.
And you're thinking, I'm not going to use it. It's fine.
It is what it is. So then when this great
Fast forward to the storm in New Year's
2022 happens, and we don't have a fireplace, guess what? It's time to call a fireplace company.
Time to call in a professional.
And we called in Gas Fireplace Service of Stafford.
Which, huge shout out to these guys, because first of all, when you called them, they were swamped. And
they were feeling the effects. He was without power.
That's what it was.
So he was feeling the effects of the power outages and the trees down and everything like that. And he told me straight up, he goes, look, man,
let me get my power back on.
Yeah, let me get my power back on. Let me get a shower, and then I'll start.
Let me get a shower.
I'll start catching up on all these phone calls. I said, yep. Roger that, man.
I'm
Good to
sure
go.
he was getting quite a few.
I'm sure he was. So he called me, scheduled an appointment. He comes out, and we played Stump the Chump. We stumped him. He couldn't figure it out. He's like, man, I think I've seen everything, but I ain't seen this. I got to check with my master tech.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You do that. Well, guess what? Because I combined those 2 switches together, I put power to the regulator that does not need power because it's just a simple open and close switch.
Yeah.
It doesn't need power. I fried the board. I fried that regulator.
So that day, I was up in the bedroom. I was up in the master bedroom with the 2 dogs, because when somebody's in the house that they don't know, they want to be very friendly. They want to play. They get in the way.
Yeah.
So I bring the dogs up to the bedroom. I'm hanging out, watching TV. My husband comes walking in and he goes, so turns out I've created a fire hazard.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Excuse me, what? Yeah. So he tells me this story, and then it becomes a matter of, okay, that happened. How do we fix it?
So I had to go by reverting what I did with the switches.
You had to take them apart.
I had to take them apart and put them back in as
dual switch.
Mm-hmm. But I had to open the wall back up that I had put drywall and had mudded, and
it was a lovely paint job. It was beautiful.
Yeah, now I ruined it again, but that's okay. I'll fix it again. So now I've got 2 operating switches.
Yeah.
And he called me.
When he left that day, we weren't quite sure what it was going to take to fix the actual fireplace.
Well, we kind of did.
Okay.
But he wasn't 100% sure. He was like, I kind of know. I kind of think I know what I'm doing.
But there was a chance that we were going to have to replace the entire thing. Correct?
No.
Okay.
There wasn't never a chance of that. I was asking how much it would have been compared to replacing parts.
Okay.
So that was never, really a real issue.
Okay.
But yeah, he calls me back and he goes, "Hey, Mr. Powell, I'm going to place my order in, and then it should be about 2 weeks because it's on back order." I'm like, "All right, cool, man, whatever."
Right, supply chain issues, whatever.
Calls me a week later and says, "Hey, man, your part came in. When can I come? Can I come out tomorrow?" I'm like,
"I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
this
come
guy,
on."
Do you remember his name? Because I never got to meet him, but I know that you said he was awesome.
Mark or Matt? Matt Underwood.
Okay, from Gas Fireplace Service of Stafford. If you have a gas fireplace, call them, because this guy, not only did he was a man of his word. He told you he was going to call you back after everything settled, and he did immediately. He told you he was going to look into the part, and he did immediately. He got you the part. He figured out the problem. And then he came back and tell everybody what happened.
Matt Underwood is his name.
Okay, Matt Underwood
He's
from
the
Gas Fireplace Service of Stafford.
Owner, operator.
5 stars, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a veteran-owned company.
Mm-hmm.
So calls me up and says, hey, man, I can be out here between 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I can be there at 10 o'clock. So the appointment was between 10 and 12.
On like a Saturday, wasn't
On a
it?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Calls me on a Thursday or Friday.
Right.
Calls me on a Friday, I think. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, man, come on. I got something to do, but I got to be somewhere up. I got to be up north about 1 o'clock or so. But yeah, come on. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Comes out.
So Saturday we had to
puts it on, gets it lit up, starts it. He goes, hey, man, we got a fireplace. I'm like, yeah, you damn right we do.
Yeah.
And
then he went outside and disposed of a bird's nest that had ended up in the vent.
But that's part of the, the service call that, he goes out and checks all that because we were actually starting a fire.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bird's nest
it was like
in
smoke
there.
and you guys were smelling it. So, yeah.
So, yeah, got that all done. And then we got a fireplace. And, of course, we've been using it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. And, of course, what happens last, 2 days, it's 65 degrees outside.
Yeah. and then, of course, I get my gas bill, too.
Yeah, a little up. But
little up.
Yeah, I don't know that we've had enough time to really significantly impact the gas bill with the fireplace itself.
I think so.
Do you really?
I do.
Okay. Well, I mean, we also ran the 4 burners for a while with pots on the stove to try and heat up the house. There was some things that we were doing during the power outage with the gas.
That's
we were cooking everything on the gas stove.
That was January.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't know that we've impacted the gas bill quite that much with the fireplace.
It was just more the storm.
So we might see a little increase next month. We'll see what it looks like.
This month. That's why it's so high is because of January. This is January's bill.
Okay. So yeah. I don't know why I put that under couples therapy because we really don't have anything to work out other than maybe don't do that again.
She's basically telling me to get the house,
Maybe don't do that again.
Winter prep it.
Maybe if you don't quite know what
storm prep it.
I just feel like, no, not even that. I feel like if you don't know how the electricity shit works, maybe get somebody in here to do it for you. I'm just,
And I'm Johnny DIY,
Listen,
okay?
You definitely are. And you've done some beautiful work around the house. But the things that are scary, maybe let someone else do it. Like the electrical, the gas.
Yeah. Yes, dear. No. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, dear.
I love you. And I'm super happy that we have a gas fireplace. You know who else is super happy that we have a gas fireplace? Our dog.
A dog.
Kimber and her 11-year-old butt are so extremely happy that there's a fireplace to lay in front of now. She was living her best life.
Oh, yeah. She loved it.
Thank you. One more time. Shout out to Matt at Gas Fireplace Service of Stafford. If you need your gas fireplace repaired or even looked at, highly recommend.
Professional. I couldn't have asked for any more professionalism that came out of that gentleman.
That's
awesome.
He
brought a blanket in, put it down in front of the fireplace, spread it out so that way that's what he was laying on because he takes everything off the gas fireplace.
And it's filthy.
Sets it on this blanket. He doesn't set it on your rug.
Yeah.
He does his cleaning. He has a shop vac. He's vacuuming out stuff. He's moving logs. He's adjusting things. And he puts everything back nice and neat. Cleans up after himself.
It was a beautiful job.
I could not. I mean, he puts little booties on. If he asks if you want little booties on his feet,
right?
He's whether or not you want him to or not. He's wearing his mask, doing his thing. I mean, that's all on him.
The
gentleman was straight up professional. So I highly, highly, highly recommend supporting a veterans company,
local veteran-owned company, Gas Fireplace Service of Stafford. You know what we need to do? We need to go give them a Google review.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is something that businesses like his rely on.
He's actually sent me an email to do that.
Yep, let's definitely do that. Guess what time it is? Time for the VIP's roll call.
What?
The very important sponsors of the Words and Music podcast include Healthy Beginnings Wellness and Aesthetics, from Botox to bioidentical hormone replacement, keeping you skinny, sexy, strong, and satisfied. Visit healthybeginningswellness.com. They've got some really cool Valentine's specials going on right now, by the way, because the best gift this Valentine's Day is self-care.
That's right.
There you go.
Next up on the list is Cowboy Jack's Fredericksburg, the best happy hour in town, 3 to 7 p.m., 7 days a week, Plank Road, Fredericksburg. Follow Cowboy Jack's on Fredericksburg for specials.
You mean on Facebook?
Events. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Follow Cowboy Jack's on Facebook for specials and events.
But technically, I should have written Cowboy Jack's Fredericksburg on Facebook, because you do have to be specific when you follow their page. That's what you were thinking.
I was.
So there you go. Samantha over there at Cowboy Jack's is incredible. She takes such good care of us. And they make the most bomb-ass burgers.
Yeah.
Over there, and they've got their new keto bowl. So seriously, try Cowboy Jack's at Fredericksburg if you haven't already, but I think everybody has. I think they should have by now.
They should have.
If you haven't.
then
you
roll.
need to. You need to go again.
Yeah.
Period.
Let's do it.
Then there's Sprelly, the new way to PB&J, now in their new location on Princess Anne Street, downtown Fredericksburg. Order online at Sprelly.com.
And last but not least,
definitely not least,
Coyote Hole Ciderworks. Hard cider and cider sangrias from 100% Virginia apples, located in the heart of Lake Anna in Mineral, Virginia. Follow them on Facebook and visit coyotehole.com. And let me tell you what they're doing right now.
Two things at Coyote Hole Ciderworks.
I'm going to tell you about one of the things that they're doing.
Go.
They have got a red velvet cider right now, folks.
It's like raspberry vanilla
listen
or
to
cherry
what I'm
vanilla.
saying.
Yeah.
Red velvet cider.
Oh, we are all over it.
Red velvet cider.
But here's the thing, too.
Valentine's Day.
What if you like cider and your significant other
likes beer?
Guess what?
They got them on tap now, folks.
They are now serving Virginia IPAs at Coyote Hole Ciderworks. There is literally nothing you can't get out there.
Can that place get any better?
I don't know. They keep trying. They're doing amazing things. They've got the beer now. They've got the cider. And, of course, they've got a full menu, folks, so you can go out there, order dinner, play some trivia. They got bingo night. They've got live music. When it gets warm out, they're going to open up that outdoor stage, and we are going to have so much fun. Right now, when it's cold, you can get yourself reserved around one of the fire pits.
An igloo.
They've got heated igloos out there. All you got to do is make a call. Just make a call and say, hey, man, I'd really like to reserve one of those igloos. Hook me up.
They're cool looking. We should do one next time.
We definitely should.
Like that's...
Yeah, that's a goal. That's definitely a goal. Coyote Hole Ciderworks. And if you want to become one of our VIPs, just go to wordsandmusicpodcast.com.
Seriously.
You can be sitting at the cool kids table.
Wordsandmusicpodcast.com.
It's that simple. Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Huh.
You know what else we could do?
What?
Like if you want to be a VIP and you have like a sticker or something, you know what you could do? You could send it to us.
Send it to us because we'll put it in our table, in our Words and Music table.
Wifey got a new table.
Yeah, and we will take all kinds of pictures of it and put it up on Facebook.
It's a wine barrel table.
We have like 72 followers on Facebook, so it's super, super awesome for you. Just kidding. We have over 800. It's pretty cool. Wow. Wait, no, sorry. That's Two Salty Beaches. We have over 400. That's okay, though. All combined, all together, as I share things and as you share things, there's upwards of 5,000 people paying attention at any given time. So it's pretty freaking awesome. It's time for What the Fork.
What the Fork?
What the Fork today is brought to you by the wild hair up my husband's ass.
Yeah. That's true. It is, because I don't think it's going to work out, but it's fine.
Don't say that.
It might be something for, home consumption.
My husband made, so we bought a new toaster oven.
Yes.
And the toaster oven has a dehydrate setting.
Yes, it does.
So we tried it out.
We did.
And he made some beef jerky.
I did.
And it was some bomb-ass beef jerky.
It was almost candied.
It was dipped in or marinated in Yoshida sauce, which is like a teriyaki.
It's a teriyaki sauce.
So good.
It's delicious.
So you've been experimenting. Our kitchen is now a test kitchen.
It is a test kitchen because I was like, hey, we could make some jerky as a side hustle. Go sell it.
Yeah.
$8 a bag, $6 to $8 a bag.
Right. So we are in the trial and error phase because we tried a meat slicer. It sucked.
It was horrible.
So we had to send that back.
Which I still haven't done.
No.
I need to.
And we also have a smaller dehydrator.
Like it works pretty good.
It works pretty good.
It's not the greatest, but it works good.
Yeah. So we'll probably keep that and keep using it, or will you not?
We could probably go ahead and keep it.
Okay, we'll keep that. So, but I'll tell you what, the Ninja Foodie XL, is that what is that our toaster oven?
Yes.
Highly recommend that sucker.
That thing is amazing.
That thing is incredible. If you have the counter space, make the investment because it is you can bake, you can toast, you can broil, you can air fry, you can dehydrate.
Yep.
What else? Reheat, all the things.
Toast.
You
can
literally everything. But the things we are using the most, I think, are the air fryer.
Yeah.
And the dehydrator.
And we're air frying everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've done some test flavors.
I keep telling him he should call it Red's Meat so that he can just walk around and ask everybody if they want to eat Red's Meat. That's my, get some Red's Meat in your mouth. You're going to want to swallow it.
Red's Meat sticks.
Chew it up. Just saying. So the beef jerky endeavor.
Once you taste my meat.
Begun. Yep, that's right. We'll never go back. So
I mean, it's fun. It's fun to make it.
It is.
I've always envisioned myself being a chef or a cook or something of something.
And folks, let me tell you, he's got mad skills in the kitchen. He really, really does.
I literally wanted to open up a bagel.
I know, a food
trailer, like a food truck. Like and call it like everything bagel. And have every sandwich that I would make would be on a bagel.
Yeah.
So and I'm talking breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, dinner sandwiches, chicken parm, bagel sandwiches, stuff like that.
He's got ideas, folks. He's got ideas. If anybody wants to invest in my husband's culinary dreams, because I don't have a job, so I can't pay for it, but if you ever want,
that would be taking a leap of faith if I were to just drop everything and do that.
Yeah, no, side hustle, sweetie.
Yeah, I know. That would be great to do. Gosh.
It would be fun.
It would be fun. We just have to learn how to make a bagel.
You know what? I got time on my hands. I can figure that one out if you want.
Someone said though, I think it was Jose. He said, you know how to make a bagel?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Jose Acosta from the Fire Escape Food Truck, who is incredible. P.S. If you see the Fire Escape Food Truck out and about, stop and get yourself a burger.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Not only is it going to be the most incredible burger, it is also going to have a portion of the proceeds go back to firehouses in the area.
Also, if you're able to try one of those fry boxes.
Oh, my God, the fry box. We still got to try the fry box.
We need to try for ourselves, but let me know how it is. Seriously.
I need my taste.
I know how his burgers taste because Jose can make a mean damn burger.
So damn good. I need to get my taste and smell all the way back.
I know.
Before I venture out and do any of that stuff.
So that's where this jerky thing kind of started from, stem from. So I always wanted to do something. And I don't know if... I don't know. I'm not getting my flavor connections right. I'm not getting, enough of the dehydration.
It's a trial and error.
It is a trial and error thing.
There are some things that you've done really, really well. I think the problem may be the fact that we're using these little store-bought marinades.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of them maybe not the right thing.
Some of them aren't. I mean, hands
Well, we don't know until we try.
Agreed.
And in the meantime, I'm eating lots of jerky.
And you're enjoying the hell out of it.
I'm enjoying some of them.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah. Not all of them. I did make a great black garlic and...
Did you? I see that one I couldn't do because the garlic is nasty to me right now.
Black garlic and what? Oh, Parmesan. Black garlic and Parmesan. Oh my God, it was delicious.
You liked that one?
That one was good.
Okay.
The Montreal steak seasoning one, wasn't very good.
The teriyaki flavors are incredible. You also made a honey bourbon one.
That honey bourbon one was delicious.
Very, very delicious.
The Hawaiian one we just did was horrible. Not so much. That's a waste.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going in the garbage. But
so
who wants some jerky? What should we call it? I mean, we'll take audience suggestions on a name for Red's jerky. What do you got?
Red's jerky jerk. Red's, I don't know. Red's.
Yeah. Who knows? Put them in the comments.
Let us know what you think.
Send us a message. Send us an email. That's What the Fork this episode.
Woohoo!
And I have a slight preview of What the Fork for our next episode.
Should we give them a preview?
Well, we already kind of gave them a sneak peek on our Facebook page.
Didn't we?
Yeah, we found the Little Debbie ice creams.
Oh, folks, let me tell you.
First of all, they come in pint sizes.
Yes.
Okay, so you can literally try every one of them with not a whole lot of guilt.
You can have your own and not share.
Correct, which is what we have done so far with one of the flavors,
yes.
Favorites.
Our favorites, and there are favorites even outside of ice cream form.
Yes, if you want to know what those favorites are, you can check us out on Facebook or on Instagram at Words and Music Pod. Just look it up, and we'll have the reviews for you on every single flavor.
We got to make sure we have every single flavor for one.
Okay.
Like, I don't even know
all the flavors. We got strawberry shortcake.
Yes.
We got cosmic brownie. We got oatmeal cream pie. We got nutty buddy. We got Swiss cake roll, and we got zebra cake.
Yeah. I don't know if that's honey bun.
Honey bun. So we've got 7 flavors right now. We are 2 deep into our 7 flavors. So by the time we have our next episode, by the time episode 10 comes out, What the Fork will be all about. The Little Debbie ice creams.
We'll have them flavors, y'all.
You don't have to wait, though, folks. Go try them yourself if you want to.
And you know what? Special edition here.
We might do it live.
We might even get on Facebook Live and do a video like we used to do back in the day.
Yeah, a little table talk. Bring back a little
table talk. We could food stuff. You remember?
What the Fork? We used to do it live.
We used to do that back when we were the cool kids on the airwaves.
It's true. Back when we were the cool kids on the air.
I'd say
Which brings us to our next segment. This some bullshit. I'm just getting really sick and tired of people dying.
I mean, I am too.
So in the last...
Given that generation, that's...
True, and I get it. We kind of go through this at the beginning of every year. For whatever reason, it seems to be worse at the beginning of the year. At the end of the year, at the beginning of the year, the holiday season, wintertime seems to take out a lot of our favorite celebrities, especially the older generation. And with COVID, it's not getting any easier. It's not getting any better.
Right.
You know, because that's helped the process along for some of these folks.
It has.
Meatloaf died, which is devastating to me because he was on my bucket list. I wanted to see Meatloaf live. And I kick myself now because he used to come to a festival in northern Minnesota every year called Moondance Jam. And I used to have, we used to give away tickets and all this stuff, but I was always too busy, or I was busy raising little kids and I couldn't go. There was always a reason I never got to see him. And now it's too late.
Yeah.
However, he left behind an incredible catalog of music, which we will be talking about here during Listen Up. But I also want to mention Howard Hessman.
Yes.
Who played Dr. Johnny Fever on WKRP in Cincinnati.
Dr. Fever.
Dr. Johnny Fever, one of my favorite characters on any television show ever. It is just, it's so hard to get happy again these days.
Oh, yeah.
It's freaking tough. I just want to feel like emotionally stable again. I really do.
Just look at me and you'll be
I
fine.
do look at you. That is the part, but you're not home all day. You got to go to work. You got to send me more selfies.
You have a picture.
I do have pictures, but you got to send me more selfies. Like, just for real. Up your game.
Yeah, I mean, come on, come down here and look at your studio. I should put you in your happy
believe me,
place.
I spend a lot of time down here, and it does give me some peace. It for sure does. It's nice and quiet.
Listen, like Happy Gilmore was told, you got to find your happy place.
This is my happy place.
See, there you
well,
go.
no, this is my second happy place. My first happy place is on the back of your motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
We might have to get rid of that.
Shut up. Oh, my God. Somebody hire me. I need to make the bike payment. It's not funny.
That'll be the second thing that goes, so it's all good.
That's some bullshit too, folks. There it is. The bullshit just continues. All right. Well, speaking of the bullshit, let's move on to Listen Up.
Let's do it.
Because this is gonna take me a minute.
I know this one is yours. This is the one that you.
Well, but you feel this too. Like you're a fan of Meatloaf's music.
Sure, absolutely, but you're a little more invested in Meatloaf.
So I have loved Meatloaf since I was a kid. My
no,
father.
You haven't loved Meatloaf because you don't even love your mother's meatloaf.
No, I don't love it.
Boom.
You know what? You're absolutely right. And you need to find the freaking actual button because I don't love the meatloaf. I hate meatloaf. I cannot do meatloaf. My mother made me
Which one was it?
Oh, it's the rim shot, sweetheart. But it's that one. There you go.
One day we'll learn these buttons.
I
folks.
know. You're right. I hate actual meatloaf. Meat should not come in a loaf. Okay, bread comes in a loaf, not meat.
But it should come in the form of a musician.
That's right. Meat loaf, otherwise known as, oh God, I'm blanking on his name. I know his last name is Adair.
It's Michael.
I don't think so. I'm gonna have to find it now because so Meatloaf, of course, American singer. He is. You're right, Michael Lee Adair, professionally known as Meatloaf. Okay, anyway. Passed away, but here's the thing. Some of the most prolific music of our time came off the Bat Out of Hell trilogy. Did everyone know there are 3 Bat Out of Hell
I bet
albums?
you didn't.
I bet you didn't. Everyone needs this collection. However, you can't get Bat Out of Hell 3, The Monster is Loose, on Apple Music in the U.S., but it is on Spotify. So if you haven't yet deleted your Spotify account, you can get it on Spotify.
Don't go canceling Spotify.
It is what it is. If they choose to do it,
because you're just part of the cancel culture problem.
I don't see anybody that
I digress.
We know doing that, but if they do, they do. That's their prerogative. Now, highlights. 1977. We're going to take it all the way back to Bat Out of Hell.
I wasn't even a twinkle in my daddy's eye.
I was 2 years old. The first Bat Out of Hell album, number 1, that is what brought us Paradise by the Dashboard Lights.
Yes.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, obviously.
Yep.
The song that was played at the end of every high school dance I went to, which is weird if you think about it.
Uh-huh.
But let's not forget, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Excellent song.
Great song.
Heaven Can Wait. Excellent song. Crying Out Loud. Phenomenal song.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Right out of my mouth.
I was going right there.
Oh, it must
phenomenal.
Have been while you were kissing me. Sorry, I don't mean to sing. Like I can't. fail miserably at the singing thing.
You wouldn't even sing on live air, but you're singing right now on a podcast.
I have Not Your Father's Root Beer. That's all I'm going to say.
Blame it on the alcohol.
That's right. And I just found a near pristine copy of Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell, the original from 1977 at Blue Shark Antiques on vinyl.
And it's on your now playing stand.
Not only is it on my now playing shelf, it is in my record player as we speak. I could fire it up right now and crank it up in the background. Couldn't believe I found it. I couldn't believe it was in such great shape.
Yeah.
And I had to have it. Fast forward to 1993, the year I graduated from high school. Yes, I am old. Where were you in 1993?
Middle school.
Shut up. Middle school? Elementary school. You were like sixth grade. I mean, you're 6 years younger than me. If I was in 12th grade, you were in sixth grade.
Because
7th grade?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, darling. You are 6 years younger than me. So if I was 18, you were 12.
Yeah, that's more like it, 12.
Like 7th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. Anyway.
Whatever.
You may or may not have had pubes by then. But Bat Out of Hell 2, Bat Back Into Hell, came out in 1993. And that would bring us, I would do
anything for love.
That's the one. That is the one. Now, that is the first time he was ever acknowledged by the music industry. He won a Grammy, his very first Grammy for that song. And for the record, there were plenty of albums between Bat Out of Hell 1 and Bat Out of Hell 2.
Absolutely, there were.
And I don't own any of them because the Bat Out of Hell trilogy is, in my opinion, the best music he ever made.
Yes.
So, of course, I would do anything with love or anything for love. That's there. But there are so many other epic songs on this album. There is one, my like anthem is Life is a Lemon and I Want My Money Back.
Yeah, that is a good one. I can see how that's your anthem.
It is such a great song. But then there is another song called Objects in the Rearview Mirror May Appear Closer Than They Are. It is a very deep song. And if you lost anyone in your teenage years, that song will knock you on your ass. It's such a great song. There's a song called Wasted Youth. There is a song called Good Girls Go to Heaven, Bad Girls Go Everywhere. What's funny about that song is that is something my father used to say to me all the time. He'd be like, well, you know, good girls go to heaven, but bad girls go everywhere.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. And I'm here to tell the tale. So there you go. Bat Out of Hell 2, Back Into Hell came out in 1993. And you need to grab it if you don't have it already because you will enjoy the music. I think anybody who knows us and relates to us will enjoy this music.
Oh, it's Meatloaf. Come on.
It's Meatloaf.
How could you not enjoy Meatloaf? Meatloaf tells a story.
He does tell a story.
I mean, he tells a story in every song that he does.
Right.
It's amazing to listen to.
Mm-hmm. Some of them are 12 and a half minutes long. Some of them are 8.5 minutes long.
And some of them are weird as they could be.
Yes.
But I mean, that man
all of them amazing.
has had an amazing
way to tell a
brain
story.
and mind.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just...
Yeah.
Like I wish I could have grown up in this era with this stuff and listened to it then, you know, and been on those trips with them. So
yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Now fast forward to 2006 and the very little known Bat Out of Hell 3, The Monster is Loose. Came out in 2006. And this is the one you cannot get on Apple Music in the US right now, but you can get it on Spotify. You can also find it on CD. You know, you can go to Amazon or whatever. You can find it on. I don't know if you can find it on vinyl. If you do find it on vinyl, please let me know.
Please let her know. She will get it.
I will need it. I will need it. This is the album, folks, that brought us the song It's All Coming Back to Me Now. Celine Dion covered Meatloaf.
Yes.
Mind bomb. There it is. Celine Dion covered Meatloaf. It's All Coming Back to Me Now, which of course is a huge song on TikTok right now. Everybody's singing this song on TikTok. There is also another song on The Monster is Loose called Bad for Good, which features Brian May, the guitarist from Queen.
Yep.
The guy with the curly hair.
Oh, yeah.
Who's incredible. Bad for Good is a great song. In the Land of the Pig, the Butcher is King. That right there, just that title should tell you that that's a great song. There's so many great songs on Bat Out of Hell 3, The Monster is Loose. Came out in 2006. What are you looking for?
I'm actually looking for it right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
He's like shopping.
Well, there's like import, audio CD, DVD.
I don't know that they ever put it out on vinyl. It was 2006. Nobody was doing vinyl then. So I don't know if that's even a thing. Maybe now that and I hate to say this, but maybe now that he's gone, maybe his estate will re-release some of these. And if they do, I will be all over it. If they release a collection, a box set of Meatloaf, if they do a 1, 2, and 3, oh my God, I will be all over it. I will be all over it. Add these songs, though, or these albums, if you have not, to your Meatloaf library. I implore you to listen up to some
Please
Meatloaf.
Do.
For real.
I don't think they have it on. You're right.
Probably not yet.
You're probably right.
I mean, it's 2006. Remember, everybody was very, very, very obsessed with CDs, and digital music hadn't even really happened yet. No, I mean, maybe 2006. Maybe we had some MP3s running around on Napster. I don't know, but the monster is loose. I never actually owned the album. I got a burned version of it. So I had it on my computer. I think I probably have it on an old, expensive? I'm sure right now it's very expensive.
One for sale from $349.
Yeah, because everybody's going to try and make money off the man's death, which is disgusting. But anyway, I digress.
Y'all suck.
People. I digress. Anyway, but like I said, the Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell trilogy, that's what I have for Listen Up, because I really, 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 really think everybody that listens to us
it's also
would enjoy
limited
it.
edition red translucent vinyl.
What? How much is that?
That's the one that's $349.
Screw that. All right, that's all right. Whatever. It'll come down. The prices will come down. But so there you go. Meatloaf in the library. Get it. Guess what?
Yeah.
Where to gratitude is the attitude.
Yeah.
Here we are.
I'm sitting here. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here looking for.
I know. You get distracted. You stop listening to me, and I just ramble on.
No, you were talking about Meatloaf. Add him to the library. I got it. And I'm looking for a library edition for you.
I know. I appreciate it. Which brings us to gratitude is the attitude. I am just going to do it in a husband appreciation moment now because I am so grateful for you.
For who?
For you.
Me?
Yes,
What'd
you.
I do?
Yes, you are keeping me from diving headfirst into a massive depression, and I can't even express how much I love you.
That's because I keep feeding you alcohol.
That, and you've done a lot of things for me the last month, and I really, really just appreciate all of it. Thank you for keeping me sane.
Got to keep you held up high.
Thank you for not being like anybody that I'd ever even so much as dated before, who would have been just coming down on me even more for failing and being a miserable prick and just all of the.
Okay, let's talk about that, because if it was your fault, then, we would have something to talk about. But for the matter of fact, no, but I'm serious. I mean, we would talk about it. I wouldn't be sitting here bringing you down on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like if I did something wrong, we would talk about it, right?
You don't ever do anything wrong.
Well, whatever. There's probably plenty of things I do wrong. But anyway, but seriously, you did nothing wrong on this one go around. And, it's a shitty situation. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Shitty situation, and there's no point in bringing yourself down for what happened, because that was beyond your control and the lies that you were told. So I'm not going to let you fall below, and stoop below the level of that individual and the bullshit that he said to you. There's just no way. I'm going to keep you uplifted. I'm going to keep you in the right state of mind, and you do what you need to do to get back on your feet and see.
Yeah,
we'll just keep on trucking.
That's the thing. It feels like climbing a friggin' mountain, because
it does.
It feels like every morning I get kicked back down it.
You're right. But there are people in the background that are trying to help and work for us.
No, I know.
So,
and the biggest thing is I feel like I can't be patient in this situation. Like I can't just rest on my laurels and wait for something to happen. Like I have to go find something and I have to go do something. And but at the same time, I struggle with doing the wrong thing.
No, I hear you, and 100%.
Because I don't want to go back into a toxic situation, because I've been there now twice in the last couple of years.
And I'm not forcing that issue. Hey, look, I've told you, we will get rid of things as we have to.
I don't want to get rid of things. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
I know, but I got it. But if we have to make cuts and things have to go away, then we go. Then that's what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to make sure that I can still provide a house over our head. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that I could care less about any other frivolous bullshit that we own.
Yeah.
The pretty Durango I just bought, if it's got to go away, it'll go away. Then it'll be my motorcycle, but we'll keep your Jeep. Okay?
See, now that's not fair. Obviously, we should keep the vehicle that makes the most sense.
But we have a Dodge Charger that's paid for.
Yeah.
So I can put a new radiator.
It needs a new what?
If I put a new radiator fan in, it's good as gold.
Does anybody know how to put in a new radiator?
I know how to put it in.
Okay.
I haven't ordered it yet.
Oh.
Found it online for $100.
Oh, cool. All right.
So I just need to order it and get it put in. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there are things that we can do to survive.
Yeah.
If
I mean,
longer.
it really is a first world problem. Like
it is, and that's what I'm saying. If we're okay right now.
Yeah.
But if it keeps going longer,
having the luxury to not take a job that will make me miserable is
a
big
happy.
deal, and I need to recognize that because I could be. I mean, we just drove by a chicken joint earlier today, and you were like, "You want to go make chicken?" Now, if my prosmia, if the smell and the smell of fried oils and things like that didn't make me sick to my stomach right now, I'd be back there making chicken. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not above fast food. I'd probably be a lot heavier because I would eat it all because I would have a discount. But that's not the point. It's not the point. The point is, right now, it all smells like sewage and I can't be around it. So there's that too.
And if I can support and do anything to, help you get something, I will.
Yeah, no, you've done a lot already. You've gone above and beyond, and so
we
have
gotta,
people around you.
Send you to get a real estate license, somewhere, and so be it.
It's like I said, it's one of those things. I'm 46 years old, and I'm realizing now that I was very lucky to get to do what I loved for 20 years. Not a lot of people can say that they did a job that they absolutely 100% every night fell asleep thinking to themselves, I can't wait to go to work tomorrow. You know what I mean? Until the very, very end, that's how it was for me. I was like, well, at least my worst day in radio was still better than my best day over the last year.
Sure.
It really, really was. But it just, people fuck everything up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And when people get toxic and they get nasty towards you and you don't put up with it, then it becomes compounded. Because now you're not putting up with the shit that I'm throwing at you. Well, I'm going to just throw more shit and see how much you can take until you finally break.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, people have always seen me as that girl, that person who will put up with a lot of garbage. Whatever they throw, she'll take it and she'll make something out of it. And that's normally what I did. Like, that was my attitude. Like, whatever. And it just became, and I don't know if it's the pandemic. I don't know if it's everybody dying on us. I don't know what the deal is. But the last 2 years, it's like I just want to dig a hole and jump in because everything started to really feel more personal than it had before. Like I could definitely 100% blow most people off.
Yeah.
And the shit that they said to me and the shit that they said about me. I mean, it's not like this is the first time people have talked trash about yours truly.
Sure.
It's been going on my whole life.
Oh, yeah.
But I just, for whatever reason, got so fucking tired of being told to keep my mouth shut about it, suck it up, move on with it. And there were some horrible things that I had to take part in. Horrible things that, that people don't understand because you don't talk about those things because you're here to entertain. You're here to put a smile on everybody else's face.
Yeah.
But nobody stops to think about the fact that ain't nobody putting a smile on your face. People behind your back are saying nasty things. People are treating you differently because you won't put up with certain things.
Right.
I mean, everything from, venue owners, concert promoters, coworkers, people, one step above me in management, the owner of the companies, things like that where you just hit a wall.
Uh-huh.
And then it's just time to move on. At that point, it's like, you can't. Everybody has a limit.
Yeah.
And I hit mine and then some, man.
Uh-huh. And then again.
Well, and then, you take a chance, you take a leap of faith, you trust somebody that you care about deeply, and they turn around and tell you that you didn't do any of the things they told you to do. And you're like, well, wait a second. Have you even been watching what I've been doing for the last year? Because I busted my ass.
Because your head's too far up your ass fucking wanting to buy cars.
But it's, it is what it is. And, I do believe in karma. So karma will handle that one.
Yeah.
Karma will handle it.
For sure.
So it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, we went the wrong direction with gratitude is the attitude, sir. It's supposed to be a positive note.
It is supposed to be a positive note.
So I just want everybody to know how freaking grateful I am for you. And if I didn't have you, I don't know what I'd do. I don't know what I'd do. I don't know where I'd be.
You'd be faking it till you're making it.
I have never faked it till I made it one time in my life. I've always made it on my, I do it in authentic ways.
Well, sometimes you've got to fake it.
I have faked smiles. I have faked plenty of smiles.
Yes.
And
that's faking it till you're making it. Even in the most minute.
Sure. You're right. I'm a hypocrite. I don't want to, I've never felt like I came from a phony place, but you're right. But
you're not phony.
Career was,
you're not.
You go by a pretend name for 20 years and you start to believe the bullshit.
You are fake then. God damn, I married a fake woman.
You did. When I signed the marriage license, he was like, who the fuck is that?
Your name's what?
Excuse me. I thought you told me. No.
Shit, you lied to me. Santa!
Anybody that didn't get that reference just now, let's recap. We got married by Santa Claus.
Like the Fredericksburg Santa Claus.
The Fredericksburg Santa Claus actually was a marriage, what do you call it? A marriage, magistrate? No. What do you call it? Anyway, you go to the courthouse, you get married by one of these people, and there's like 4 or 5 of them in town.
There's a name of them.
Yeah, and one of them was Santa Claus.
He was legit Santa.
We have a certificate that says we got married by Santa Claus.
By Kris Kringle, a.k.a. Santa Claus.
Nicholas,
no kidding.
He wore a Christmas tie.
He wore Santa Claus in a jail cell.
Yeah.
So,
to our wedding in September.
Yes, it was.
And he told us, if you'd gotten married in December, I have a whole different package that I can offer.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
But we did get married by Santa Claus. So that's why that's funny.
Yes.
So there you go. All right. Episode 9 we're a wrap now. We got to go watch the Bush Clash.
No, we got to watch qualifying.
I'm sorry. We got to go watch Bush Clash qualifying. I don't know. I'm still a NASCAR newbie, man.
I know you are.
Yeah. But I try.
But stay tuned for the next episode.
Yes. We'll be talking about all kinds of fun stuff.
That one's going to be fun, I believe.
It is going to be fun. In fact, we got a couple of notes for episode 10. Obviously, we told you about the Little Debbie ice cream. Yeah. And I'm getting my first tattoo since 2003.
Oh.
I'm very excited about this. I'm getting new ink. And the 5 tattoos that I have are tiny.
Very tiny.
In comparison to what's about to happen.
Yep.
I'm so excited.
Save your judgment, people.
I don't care.
I'll tell you now, save your judgment.
Judge me all you want for having a tattoo. I have never my father was covered in them, is covered in them.
Yes, he is.
Even my mother has a tattoo. Like everybody I know, everybody I love, it has tattoos. And I've wanted a tattoo. So it's going to be on my arm. I wanted an arm tattoo for years.
Yes.
And especially after starting to hang out with you and all of the people that like our inner circle. Like some of them, you guys have some of the most beautiful ink I've ever seen. And ever since then, I'm like, oh God, I need to get more ink. And I just never have been able to.
Nope.
But I've never seen anything that really spoke to me. And I have pictures on my phone. I have photo albums on my phone full of tattoo ideas, things that I've been thinking about that I want. And one day I see a post from my favorite tattoo artist, and it made me cry. That's all I'll say.
That's all you say, and we'll pick up the story next time.
Episode 10. Don't miss it, man.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. This was season 3, episode 9 of the Words of Music podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Crystal Blue.
I'm Randy Red.
You pushed the button, so now we have to push the buttons back, and here we go. You done?
I'm done.
You good?
I'm good.
I love you.
Love you.
Words and music.